You know what this is, man. This is Sunday Sit Down with the G's. Uh, Before we get started, I got to put the disclaimer out
Tell him why he.
there's there's a lot of pussy ass motherfuckers out there that don't like hearing the goddamn truth. So,
But tell him what
I
they
got to.
could do if they don't like the fucking truth. Tell them what they could do if they don't like the truth.
Well, if you don't like the fucking truth, go find something else to listen to or watch. And that's just point blank to the fucking point. If you don't like what you're hearing, if you somehow feel offended, this is the wrong motherfucking show for you. If you feel for some reason that we're saying some shit that be out of line, out of pocket, or whatever in the fuck you feel, keep it to yourself because I really don't want to hear it. And by the way, we do have a disclaimer. We do not believe or endorse any of the claims said or repeated on our show. Our show is strictly for entertainment purposes. So don't come at us respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So if you understand that, then you understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I
That's
say
for male or
entertainment.
female.
It
That's for
is.
male or female and female.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is, bro, is it really entertainment? You know what I'm saying? Is what we're doing? Is
People's
what we're doing
drama,
real?
people's drama, and people's shit that they live through. That's why we love reality TV because this shit is entertainment.
But is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh,
on a certain
I,
level,
I
it's
say,
real life.
yo, bro, I'll tell you what we doing. We doing edutainment. We
Nice,
doing
I like that.
edutainment.
I like
You know
that.
what I'm saying? That is not my word. Shout out to KRS-One, man. Edutainment, man. That's what it is. Man, talk to him real quick. You know who I am? I'm your boy Heat Detector. You know what I'm saying? Sunday sit downs with the G's.
What's up, man? It's your boy Jizzo. Sunday sit down with the OGs, man. If you've never listened to this show, this is a space where we just come and talk, man, and keep it fucking real. And a lot of the topics are about like things that we go through as men, so that we could come together and have a place where we can speak with other people about it. Maybe some shit that you got that was going on through the week, something that's happening at your house, things that are happening. It could be at your job, whatever, man. This is a safe place to come here, man, and talk so we could, you know what I'm saying? People want somebody to relate to them and to be able to talk about shared experience. So this is that space for y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your boy Jizzo, co-host with Heat Detective here on Sunday Sit Down with the OGs, and I also do Shy City Cypher. So y'all check that out. Make sure to subscribe to both channels. Go to Unwrap right now, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the notifications, and then run over to Shy City Cypher YouTube and do the same thing.
You
But
heard me, man. Get out there and like and subscribe, man. We trying to do this shit because it's not only a safe place to have conversation. This is a place where we're gonna try to figure some shit out because a lot of us men, we're not held accountable for our shit. Uh, you know, we feel like we can't talk to anybody. We feel like being shamed to getting therapy and getting help, that you get shamed for it, but and some of us have kids that we haven't been fathers to, and we wonder why these little motherfuckers is out there going crazy and going wild. So this is a place where not only we're going to talk about it, but we're gonna find solutions together. We're gonna find solutions together, regardless of the topic, regardless of what's going on. The whole goal in this also too is to find a goddamn solution. If you're pissed off and you're mad about your girl or whatever, we're not just here to just like applaud you or whatever. Let's find a solution. Let's figure it out. Maybe it's just a toxic ass relationship. Maybe you need to move on. Maybe you both need therapy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't know, but that's also what we're here for. So let's be clear on that. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest on the way. He gonna pull up a little bit late, but that's okay. Better late than never. So I gotta to get us started off, bro. I got a couple things I gotta say real quick.
talk to him.
I've been I've been on this journey as a man. I've been on this journey for a long time, real long time. I'm 55. I'll be 56 in April, and even something like that, just as of late, I would have been bothered in saying that how old I was or whatever. But it's a mental state. You know what I mean? If I feel old, then I'm gonna be old. If I feel the way I feel, then whatever. But when we started doing this show and we started yelling at motherfuckers about being accountable and standing up and doing the right thing and shit of that nature, right? So I had to do a little self-reflection on myself. It's because as much as I have been wanting to stop drinking and shit, I haven't. As much shit as I have talked to other people, even my relatives and shit, you know, I might go a day or two, but then I'm back at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a little over a week now without a fucking drop. And I ain't saying that for an applause, saying that because shit, if I can fucking do it, then anybody can do it. And the craziest thing is I've never been more clear-minded. The last time I was this clear-minded, I was locked up. You know what I'm saying?
It's good shit though. That's the important part.
Yeah. So that's like, if I'm gonna be sitting up here saying shit and trying to get this camera angle right, then I also have to be doing shit myself and hold myself accountable as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if I'm gonna tell a motherfucker to be a better man, I also got to be a better man. I gotta figure shit out. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna talk it, you better fucking walk it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that other people that I'm involved with aren't walking the walk or just only talking, because I know you got your feet on the ground, Jizzle, and you doing your thing, and I know you heavy in that as well. You know what I'm saying? So you know, applause to you, and you know, keep doing your thug thizzle, homie. But
Thank you, bro.
for me,
But I applaud you, man. That's hard, man. Having these vices and even fucking 10 days is, you say, oh, it's not much. Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's one step forward to like whatever the end game is, whatever the goal is, which is health, right? Health and a clear fucking a clear mental state, man. I quit cigarettes January 22nd, so y'all see me still vaping on the show, but I haven't smoked the actual cigarettes since then. And prior to that, my guy had quit smoking, and he said to me, man, G, he said, believe it or not, I feel so clear-minded. And I was thinking to myself, man, I smoke cigarettes, I'm fucking clear-minded. Like, what are you talking about? You know, but now that I quit smoking, man, I really do feel fucking clear-minded. And it was weird, man. And my boy was like, yeah, man, it's all these chemicals and all this shit that you just got that just has you on this dependency and shit. And so, you know, for anybody that, yeah, you got a vice or something going on, someone's telling you, you might not really grasp it at the moment, but once you get off of that shit, man, you start feeling like you just got such a clear mind. So that's the biggest thing, because with a clear mind, you can make clear moves, right? You can make the right moves. So all that shit like coincides together.
Big talk, man. Like, that's real shit. And you know, again, like, I applaud you, man, for not smoking. You know what I mean? Because you know, we all live with these motherfucking vices and shit and things that we got going on in our lives. You know what I'm saying? And it's tough. Hey, OT, if that's you, baby, you are not on camera, sir. You are not on camera. You're gonna have to jump out and jump back in, family. Because it says okay. I don't know who okay is, but they jumped in. But yeah, man, you know, it's a struggle, fam. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really struggling to that degree, but you know, like I'm feeling fresh to death, like $1 million motherfucking bucks right now. You know
yeah, I've been thinking about it, bro, because like so many people that we know. Yeah, so many people that we know, man. Like I just turned 39, but like I got homies from, you know, that's 40s, 50s, and it's scary, man, to see how many people just dying, and like, you know, and we're all in that fucking age group of the fucking motherfuckers that are dying. So it's like that shit does start hitting your mind, like, man, I should have shit, you know, you don't know how many times I've already said to myself, fuck, I wish I would have never smoked. Damn it, how bad did I fuck myself up? You know, 20 years of smoking cigarettes since I was, you know, damn near before 20 years old. So imagine how bad that fucked me up. I mean, you know, I'm gonna have to deal with that shit later, but you know, first things first, man, stop. And I used to shit, you'll do shit, you never know, for your health, you'll do shit that you thought you never would. Because I used to be like, yeah, I'll never stop smoking cigarettes. Like, I just couldn't see it. But yeah, man, it's, you know, you do the shit that you gotta do. Sometimes it's because of a health scare. And, you know, sometimes you just say, fuck it, man, you're done. You get tired. You already be sick. You already be sick of a situation before that, you know what I'm saying? Before you actually get to that fucking breaking point, you already be sick of it. And that's something that I wanted to talk about in the show, man. That's part of like what I wanted to talk about in the show. You know, off camera, me and you talked about that. You know, I wanted to talk about some shit, man. And pretty much, I just wanted to talk about like, you know, and I try to be like brief with it so we could get a bunch of shit in this in our time for the night with the OGs. But I just wanted to talk about like perception, man, and the way like how, you know, someone else's perception of you can actually fuck with the way you view yourself, man. And like, if you have a partner, someone that baby mama, whatever it is, you know, a lot of the times, and it goes both ways for men and women. I'm not here to like bash the women at all, but we talking about men issues and shit, you know. And it's like you deal with these situations where like you're getting put down, you're getting told you're a fucking, you know, how many of y'all listening out there have ever been told, man, you a piece of shit dad? You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of y'all not, but you know, dealing with certain people, and, you know, and fucking anger. You know, you've been told you're a piece of shit dad, or you're this, or you're that, and like that shit like starts like fucking with like your perception of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the reason that I wanted to talk about this shit was just to remind y'all that's listening to the show right now, like you might be in a situation where you feel like you ain't shit, where maybe you're not working and your girl's working, maybe whatever it is that's putting you down. Like, you know, remember who the fuck that you are, bro. Don't let no one else's perception of you interfere with the person that you are. You know, so if you're in that slump right now, bro, fuck that. You know who the fuck you are. You know what you can do, what you're capable of. You know what I'm saying? Keep living your shit and just strive to be better, man. Uh, I'm gonna just quote John Jones from last night from the fight. If anybody was an MMA fan was watching the fight last night, you know, he made a point to say that like, look at me, like no matter how, you know, far issues and things up the road has been up and down, like you can still come back. You can still, you know what I'm saying? You still can have your redemption. So, you know, that was my point of that, speaking about that, man, is don't let your partners or whoever's perception of you like put you down in any way. Just remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? Be a king and fucking do your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Good
real
point.
quick, we got the drill sergeant in the building, man. It took you a hot ass second. You look like you just woke up. I know you in Germany, man, but you know
I'm
we
always
love you,
like that.
and we glad you here. You know what I'm saying?
Good morning.
Yeah, your mic's on.
Yes, what's up? What's up?
Yo, what's up, Isan? What up, bro?
Right. Real Sarge, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Good to meet you.
Good morning,
by the way,
sir.
if y'all haven't noticed, we got Isan in the motherfucking building, and
Oh,
as Jizzle
okay,
was alluding
okay.
to, as Jizzle
Salute
was
to you.
alluding to, the gloves are off tonight. The gloves
Yeah.
have always been off, but I will say this: tonight the motherfucking gloves are off because I'm tired of being sick and tired. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? And even myself, I just, me and Elon, no, it's called Elon Musk. Me and Isan just started linking up, and you know, it's been a beautiful fucking thing. And even seeing what he does inspires the shit out of me to even do better within myself. You know, and as men, we gotta lean on each other, man. We gotta learn how to lean on each other. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with asking for help.
Nah, and that's crucial.
But help.
And that's crucial, bro, because I know plenty of stories, and I'm sure y'all do too, man, of guys that have literally had it to the point where they couldn't more dealing with whatever partner situation they were in. And they jumping off bridges, man. They're jumping out of windows. So it's, you know, everyone gets to that point where you don't have nobody to talk to because you be told, maybe not a homie, but someone you were trying to talk to another. Yeah, you was trying to talk to like another man about your issues, man. How many times have you ever heard like, "Oh, you'll be," you know what I'm saying? Niggas get shot every day, dude. You know, to quote the fucking, you know, cat from the movie. Like, you know, it's like, dude, you know, sometimes motherfuckers don't want to listen to you. So, you know, we don't want to ever get to that point, man. That's why it's good to have a brotherhood the way we got it, because it's like, you know, if I ever get to that point, I know who I'm gonna call, or I know who I can call. You know, and that's important, man. Be that person that somebody can call.
Real talk.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think the biggest thing is for us guys not to be to find that mutual middle ground. So it's like a what we call a go-to, you know what I'm saying, phase where we are first learning about each other, and then we kind of understand each other. We peep each other and how they move and how they rotate, and then once the walls come down, you could just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? I think too many men when they first meet, they want to prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or they want to, instead of just keeping it 100 and just saying, "Look, this is who I am." That way, you know how when you first meet a female, it's that honeymoon relationship, phase. So guys kind of do the same thing. They want the other guy to, what I'm saying, know like exactly what they do, how they get out, if they got their back, rather than just being 100. And one thing I appreciate about
and normalize that.
being 100, and that made me gravitate a little bit more to him. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with
Gratitude, brother.
Gizzo.
Gratitude.
Yeah, same thing with Gizzo.
And normalize that shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys who spend years trying to get me on their team, and I feel like you trying too hard. Instead of just being real, invite me to your crib, you know what I'm saying? Let's break bread. Let's have a 2-hour session. Like me and this brother when we first met, he came to the headquarters, to my headquarters, and we just chopped it up one-on-one. When Giz came, you know what I'm saying, after Giz left, because me and Giz know each other. So it was like, bam, he was comfortable enough to leave me with Heat. Well, me and Heat really bonded. And see, that's what it's about. Men relating, getting off their chest, who they is as men. And I appreciate that. And that gravitated me closer to him. And so I applaud any guys out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't have to show, like have that big ass S on our chest. Let's just keep it 100. And I guarantee you, a real street motherfucker gonna recognize another real motherfucker, regardless of where he comes from, as long as he keeps it 100.
And also normalize and also like piggybacking off of what you said, Ethan, like normalize doing shit like that, and like when me and Esam when we met, man, we hung out, we went to shows, you know what I'm saying, we broke bread, and Esam will reach out and be like, man, checking in with you, or he'd be like, man, we got to get up. Hey, my brother, you know what I'm saying? Love you, fam. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they don't know how to react to that or don't accept that because they've never received love like that from somebody else, man. And so, just the way like Heat was cool, man, and was able to welcome you in because he was 100. It was the same with Eastside when we started hanging out. He was like, man, 100, you got a home over here with us, So yeah, man, it's good shit. We gotta normalize being like that with each other.
And I think another thing too, each person got to give what they can to bring to the table instead of being something different. So like with Giz, right? And for those who don't know, we call him Giz, we call him Giz. It's the same shit. It's just like what we feel, how we gravitate to his name. So if you call him Giz, don't think you fucking. If you call him Giz, it's the same person. Just like me, I'm Esan and Queso, right? And I'm glad we bring this up real quick. I'm actually really 100.
Before you go there real quick, because we need to say a couple of things right quick. OT, we didn't get a chance. Tell everybody who you are and what you know what I'm saying. What's going on with you?
Hey, good. How you brothers doing? I'm OT. Like you guys say, I'm a normal cat. Thank you guys for letting me come on the show with you.
Stop with the games, man.
Hey, go ahead. Stay out of that. And like y'all said, I'm out here in another country right now, so the things is running a little wild. It's just what it is. So I'm Drill Sergeant Harris, as he introduced me. Did a little thing. I just retired from the military and hanging out. I appreciate getting a chance to meet some good brothers like you're talking about. I'm enjoying the conversation just in the background right now because it's real men talking. That's a good thing to hear. I can't talk too loud. I got a family in the back room. They sleeping because there's about 9-hour time difference or 6-hour time difference. But that's just what it is.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you guys. Like we said, real men reach out to real men. And I've learned from life when brothers talk and let them talk. So, that's why I don't want to chirp in and all that. But I appreciate everybody and everybody that he is dealing with. But like Gizzo said, we real men doing the thing. So it's cool. It's all right. And I got that good vibe. I can feel it in my heart. So, like I said, it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm up. and I'm with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
We appreciate you, man. Much gratitude. And
Much
Esau
love,
just
much
jumped
love.
in the building right now, but I need him to also tell who he is, what he does too. You know what I'm saying? Because
For
this
sure.
man got his feet on the ground running.
Okay, for sure. So I appreciate Heat. You know what I'm saying? This is one kick-ass show because one thing I like about Heat is it's just men keeping it 100. You know, we ain't got to fake the front, none of that
Fake.
phony shit. You know, so that's gangster to me. So much kudos and much support and love on the show. So thank you. You know what I'm saying? For even having me
Gratitude,
sit
brother.
down and, you know, spitting the shit. So to introduce those out there, man, is Giz, you know what I'm saying? Just said earlier, we bonded. What I do is I'm an activist first and foremost here in Chicago in the Windy City, right? We call it the Go Town. You know, ain't nothing shy about the old 90s. Ain't nothing, they used to call it Shot Town. But in Chicago, we go getters, right? So we call it the Go. And in the Go, what I do is I have a resource center that facilitates young men and women coming home from the penitentiary, those brothers on the street that's caught up with a gang situation. I give you a way out, basically, right? So ULON is the name of the organization, and that's an acronym for United Legion One Nation. So basically what we're saying is we don't give a fuck if you was a Crip, a Blood, a Vice, or a G.D., a Stone, a Mason, a plumber, a motherfucker, you know, a Christian, a Muslim. It don't matter. Once you become ULON, you straight family, man. We kick it, we do shit like this. And we pulling in numbers because, you know, people are really tired of just being out here without no real support of men. I'm talking about men being men again. So, man, you know, he already know he ULON for life. Giz ULON. I mean, everybody that know me, man, they already certified, badged out. They ULON, and that is what it is. So I got ULON cracking. We got I got my third book. It's called Cabrini Green, the Pete Keller Chronicles. First person in history to write a book from Cabrini Green, and I got a
TV show.
Yeah, a TV show that's on cable here in Chicago, but it's worldwide, of course, because you know you link it just like this. And this brother finna be on soon. I think Giz been on before. You've been on the show, right?
Yeah.
On the TV show.
Yep.
So it's on
Can
cable,
TV, channel 19.
Yeah, well, it's 21. 19 is the one that they do in the back. So they have two channels. 21 is more live. 19, like you can record it and then put it up there. So we go live. So we take callers, we do, you know, whatever. And that's on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Chicago Access. You can go straight to their shit and watch it live through the planet. So we get calls from Texas and Wyoming and Canada and motherfuckers flying in the airplane, you know, Uber. I mean, it don't matter, motherfuckers call in. So I just want to say much love, man. Y'all can feel free to reach me anytime at 312-834-8020. That's our number to the office. And if you're depressed, man, we got counseling. All our shit is free. We have community service hours. If anybody knows or has their children or big brother, whatever, going through the system, and the judge is about to slam them, we will help the situation. I go to court a lot. I spend a lot of my time at 26 in Cal talking to the judges, giving motherfuckers, like it was one guy who's going to give him 10 years. He went through me and got 2,200 community service hours instead of getting an X on his back.
Damn.
That was gangster. That was love. And you know, I got
much
you. Know,
respect.
so you come through me,
Much
respect.
respect.
Right? I'm gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody who just hit me up yesterday, 50 hours. So I mean, you might need a little amount of time. So big, it don't matter. Go through ULON, we got your back.
That's what's up.
And in closing, I just want to say, man, that you know, right now Chicago is really on fire. We got a lot of young brothers who are lost. So it's up to us men to not give up, man. Grab a little younger brother, teach him the ropes, and don't give up. If you don't gravitate to you at first, don't worry about it. It take a minute. Sometimes it might take a couple of meetings, but because they feel that we're gonna run. They used to their fathers running, their uncles, but all the men have abandoned them, going to jail, or just not being, you know what I'm saying, responsible enough to take on the burden of what they think is a burden to give the young brothers knowledge. So hang in there, you guys. If anyone's out there watching right now or listening, you know, grab your younger brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? If y'all women out there watching, same shit. And don't give up on it because it's going to really take us to help us. And that's basically my shit in the nutshell.
It takes us to help us, man. That's big talking, big facts. But I want to expound on something that Jizzo said just a minute ago, you know, about these women and shit. Because one thing that me personally, I think men need to stop doing is blaming women for shit. Nigga, if you fucked up, you fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what do I say every motherfucking show? If you don't like, nigga, be picky. Stop sticking your dick in her. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking with the bitch. Let go. You wasn't thinking about that shit when you was up in her, and now you got a kid with her, and she treating you like shit. When she was treating you like shit beforehand, you knew what you was poking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad, and all of a sudden she ratchet as hell. She was ratchet when you met her.
Ratchet when you got with her.
God damn it. You know what I'm saying? You knew what you was doing. So even that, even it's something as simple, you know, because I know hormones and shit be going, motherfuckers trying to fuck and do all that goofy ass shit, you know, but the fact of the matter is, you gotta be careful who you fucking with. And besides that, you know the old adage, you are who you with. Mm-hmm. So maybe that is who you are.
Who you eat, motherfucker.
Yeah. Hey, man, so like,
real talk, real.
I ain't saying my man Jizzo is crying or whining about a situation, but sometimes even when we take a step back, it's like a Godfather. They keep pulling me back in, you know. But that's when you got to be steadfast. You got to be steadfast in your thought process, young man. And I ain't saying that just to you, Jizzo, or if it applies to you, take it. If not, don't. Or anybody that it may apply to. Stand your ground, young man. That's the other problem with motherfuckers is they don't know how to stand their fucking ground. And that does not mean fight.
Right.
That means stand your ground. If you have a thought, if you have a feeling about something that you should be doing, shouldn't be doing, stand your fucking ground. Stand your ground and stand behind bars. I don't know, or lay down 6 feet deep. I don't know, whichever one you choose.
And come in, but most importantly, remember that if you did if you made the fucking mistake, but come to somebody and talk to somebody with a level head, so you could talk to them about the situation, see where the fuck you went wrong, see how you could have did better. Because we talk about solutions in this shit, right? So we want to hear the problem and come up with a solution. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like OT says, 5-second rule, man. Before you do some stupid shit, man, 5-second rule. Stop, think. You know what I'm saying? Count to 5. Because we've already had this discussion about motherfuckers that's locked up in the county right now because they shot their fucking girl or whatever, you know. So,
and then, like we talked about, also, it's ownership. You got to own what you're dealing with. So in that 5-second rule, it's owning up to it. Okay, yeah, like you make a bad decision, now you in it, but now you got to own up to it. Yeah, I did that wrong. As he talked about a bad picker, you picked that bad one. You got a baby with it. You can't just throw that situation away and say fuck it. It's bad. You got to own up to it, and then you got to start making those steps on how to fix what you're dealing with.
How to correct it and make them solutions to get up out of that situation.
Take ownership of what you're dealing with. He talking about it over there. I heard him talk about it.
I was gonna say, right. To piggyback on what my man said, you know, I think one of the biggest things is that a lot of times too, when we talk about it, right, like Giz was saying, go to talk to somebody. I think one of the biggest perks for me, at least when I'm heated, if I do decide to get off my chest and talk to somebody, is that I get to hear myself. You know what I'm saying? So by me saying it and then repeating back to me the problem, it's almost like I'm getting a solution by listening to that shit.
Right.
I'm like,
real talk.
Okay, so I did say that. It's like I'm planning. Okay, I got to it. I stole on someone at the club, right? By me telling somebody how it went down, well, dude looked at me phony. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like, I was already mad about some other shit, and then I snapped on him. What the fuck? And then we got heated. We went, up. People try to break it up, but then he broke loose. But before he could hit me, I stick him.
Right.
So by me saying it, I realized, damn, maybe the moment he walked up, he was coming to talk.
Right.
Or maybe when they pulled me back, I should have just dipped off and did the 5-second rule. You know what I'm saying? So now all this shit going through my head, and I feel like, okay, well, I heard it, I digested. Where did I fuck up at?
Right.
So that's another accountability too. Yeah. So by me talking about it, I hear it and I digest it, and then I can put the solution kind of on it in my own way for next time.
Right.
And just so those goofy motherfuckers out there, and I say this shit all the time because sometimes we got to break this down in layman's terms for some people. And if I call you stupid, like I said, on this show, if you are timid, weak at heart, or anything like that, this is not the show for you. And I will implore you to go find some kitty shit, some purple dinosaurs or something to listen to or watch. Because if you really want to watch something that's going to help you, then stay tuned. Stay here. Don't get offended, because you will get offended. I get offended. I get offended by looking at the news every motherfucking morning. I get offended by listening to stories from other people. So if this offends you, please get the fuck off my channel. But
well, let's talk about. You said news. You said news right now. Let's talk about the news really, really, really fucking briefly. Or not. 66 days have now passed in this year. There's been 387 shootings in 65 fucking days. 91 people dead in the city of Chicago. That's fucking more than one a day, bro. 91 people dead, and a lot of those are. That's as of January 1st until right now. 91 people have been killed and almost 400 people shot in fucking 60 days. What the fuck, man? Y'all got to get that shit together, bro, and stop fucking shooting these innocent people, man. If you go on Legal Help Firm on Instagram, you'll see, man, I talk about it. It's a fucking photo obituary of all the young men under 21 years old that just continue to die day by fucking day because of stupid ass decisions. Motherfuckers think they acting like men, think they being who, you know, what their vision of a man is. That ain't being a man. You know, that ain't being a man. But, you know, we got to get this shit together. But we talked about it, and there's really, you know, like Isan has said before in other interviews, there's really no way to, you ain't never going to stop it. But you can make effects and make changes with, you know what I'm saying? Like with the younger kids and talking to them and doing the shit that Elon does. Fucking boots in the street doing this shit. So, you know, hold your fucking self. You're one person. Hold yourself accountable and do some shit and make a fucking difference. However it is. Open up a center. Let fucking Isan be your inspiration. Watch what he does. Watch what we do on the show. And plenty other people, man. There's a lot of options besides doing shit like that.
All right. You know what you just did? Okay. So I'm gonna do something that I never, ever fucking do. I'm gonna retract what I just said. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say you're pussy or you're weak or anything like that if you don't want to watch the show. I that's kind of condescending and it's kind of like hypocritical at least when we talk about this show and the meaning of the show. If you do get your feelings hurt,
we got a little growth moment here, y'all. Ding.
No, it's just that, no. But I honestly like to make the point that if you get offended, well, then maybe this isn't the show for you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I do understand, and if I could tell anybody, if you do get offended, just sit tight, because we're going to be telling you some real knowledge, and sometimes people need it a little rougher than others. You know what I'm saying? He's always
you have to.
You know, he keeps his finger in the light socket, and you can tell him a million times, and he ain't gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? Until he gets shocked or some shit. And so maybe some people need to be shocked a little bit before they learn to sit down and listen to what we're talking about. And some other people just need to be told once.
You need that tough love. You need that tough love, bro. You need that tough love, man. I've seen clips of therapy that recovering drug addicts go to. And it was some old school clips, but in those clips, the guys who were the leaders of those groups that like giving the therapy or whatever, there was parts of those sessions where they would sit in front of the chair with them and be like, well, why did you fuck up your life? And the guy would be like, well, because something. And they'd be like, nah, because you're weak, because it is. And they'd have these moments where they fucking make these grown men cry almost. But I feel like some people really need that shit to learn. They got to be spoken to like that. And they got to hear that shit, like, because motherfuckers just like making excuses about the shit they haven't done or why they haven't done it. You know, and sometimes you need to sit there and get some of that fucking tough love and be like, nah, you're fucking up because you're lazy, because you don't, you know, because the drug controlled you, because the liquor controlled you.
Right. Hey, check it out. So it's like fathers and sons and mothers and sons, right? So, you know, mothers have more of a, you know, emotional response, caring and nurturing talk. You know what I'm saying, with them. But us men, we know kind of more. Now, it goes back. I was thinking about this today, right? Check it out, Heath. So, you know how motherfuckers always say some shit like, they be saying, oh shit, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so how men be, right? We want to tell our sons, you know what I'm saying, what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we want to be a little bit more hard because we're doing the tough love, right? Mm-hmm. And they say this is what it was. They say a man can only raise a boy, right? You know, into being a man, right? Mm-hmm. And then a woman can't raise, you know what I'm saying, a boy to be a man, right? But I disagree. Now, what a woman can do, she can still teach him some shit, you know what I'm saying? But the catch is whether he gonna listen or not. he will receive it from a man 100% different and more uniquely than a woman. Yeah, there's women all kinds, you know what I'm saying? There's always, you know, like in the projects or just the hood period, there's a lot of women who have raised single-handedly a boy, right? It taught him some good principles, you know what I'm saying? But that boy will still, at the end of the day, receive it better from a man than he will a woman. And that's all, you know what I'm saying, that we have to realize. It's not saying that a woman can't teach a good principle. He just won't receive it as well. So getting back to the tough love, there's going to be times when men have to speak to men in a more, I'm not going to even say aggressive, but a more solid, you know what I'm saying, type of manner for him to get it than he would, you know, like the book way, where you got to, you know, do it this way. And naturally, if I take the effects of the cause of the national, you know, deficit, and blah, you know what I'm saying, you got to hit it where it hurts. Man, look, bro, you fucking up. I seen you running for the police. You know, your brother's locked up. Nigga, you a fucking fool. You can't be selling drugs on this corner. You ruining your fucking life. Nigga, you acting like a motherfucker, punk ass motherfucker. Nigga, shape up, or you already know what's gonna happen. Now,
what's gonna happen
go a longer way, because he gonna go back and go home and think about that shit. You feel me? As opposed to somebody else saying, well, you know, you shouldn't sell drugs because, you know, the national deficit. You feel me? So that's what I got to say about coming with the tough love. It's needed at times. It really is.
Yeah, you got to excuse me. I accidentally unscrewed my goddamn mic over there. I was like, what the fuck? No, but to piggyback off what you said, excuse me, that's a tough thing within itself, because these kids nowadays have something that we didn't have, and that is the internet. And while you're trying to talk to them, the internet is telling them completely different shit, and it's swaying them in completely different directions. And with that, you know, like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, you know, it's so important to give your kids the tools to deal with shit, because once they walk outside that house, they're just bombarded. Not to mention they got the internet in their back pocket. Right. It's the key to is giving them the tools to understand shit. Now, when I give it to my kids, I give it to them rough, rugged, and raw. You know, because the truth is, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about you once you walk out that front door. Right. I can give you all the love I want. I can protect you in this house, but if you outside and I don't know where you at, because they used to get mad at me, why you want me to call you? Why you want to always know where I am? Because if something happens to you or anything, I need to get to you. You know what I'm saying? And I need to know where you are. You know what I'm saying? But we have to give them the tools to deal with that shit. And that's not bullshit tools. Like, you got to give it to them rough, rugged, and raw. My daughter's going on a vacation. Her and her girlfriends are going to Miami. This is her first vacation by herself. She's paying for her own shit, the Airbnb and everything. And I said, you know, as much as I don't want her to go, you know, you got to let them go.
How old is she now?
18. She'll be 19 in April. But you got to let them move around. You know what I'm saying? But every day I'm on her heels. I say, you know, Miami is a different place. Motherfuckers is different down there. Yeah. Don't fall for no okie doke. Don't be listening to motherfuckers. Don't get in no cars with nobody. It's like, come on, Dad, you know I'm smarter than that. But because I've been on her heels since she was a baby about certain shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, the only thing I can do is know that I gave her the tools once she walks outside the house to navigate through the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I trust my baby. You know what I mean? So we got to trust them too, and we gotta have them.
They gotta hit them heads sometimes. They gotta bump and bow. You know, they have to. That reminds. I just seen a video yesterday. Right, this little 12-year-old girl. She They had did a thing. Right.
There's a lift on your chair if you want to.
Okay. They had did a little. I guess it was like a test on her. Right. Mm-hmm. And the news report. I don't know if it was Newsweek. It was a major syndication. And what they did was, and her mother was in on it. They started typing her, right, as if they was, you know, like a 21-year-old guy, right? And they got into her email, you know what I'm saying? It was going back and forth. And so the mother, you know, kept telling them, look, she's not going to fall for it. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to, I know my baby, this and that, right? Why the fuck this little girl, she was gone. She literally, and this was a good family, middle class family. You know what I'm saying? Little young sister. You know what I'm saying? And the mother was very highly educated. You could tell by the way she spoke. She's like, well, I'm very close to my children. We talk about predators and this and that. My baby would never. Why after school, this girl went home, told him, okay, mom, I'm going to third house, blah, 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 for homework. Well, dipped off and went to go meet this 21-year-old guy in a hotel. And right before she went, she's like, oh, my dad's not going to answer that. Well, she not only answered it, she made her way there. So they put this mask, like a scary mask, on her mom. And the girl goes into the room, and all of a sudden, the mom turns around like, how could you? And the girl's like, trying to get out the room, and she pulls it off the thing. She's like, baby, what the fuck going on? How could you? She's like, mom, I'm sorry. Girl, that could have killed you right there. That could have been for your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes we do need tough love. No matter what we say to these kids, they still gonna have a mind of their own. We just gotta prepare them the best we can.
Big facts. Big motherfucking facts.
True.
It's a cold world out there. That's why I tell my kids all the time. It's a cold world out there. You know what I mean? You think I just be talking shit, but I done been through the ringer and back. And I tell you these things. I tell you these stories because if it happened to me, it can happen to you. And not only that, once you walk outside the doors, nobody's going to give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to be outside like fuck the world, but you have to be very cautious and you have to be mindful of what you're doing and prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers out here is more crazy. We living in some real fucked up times. And that's what makes this
real talk, brother. Real talk. Real talk. Hey, but what we forget to understand is when you say that when your kids walk outside, the world don't give a fuck about them. I hate to tell you that they do give a fuck about them, and they want something from them.
No,
so
I tell them that in a broad sense.
But I'm saying, but what you got to remember is like that little situation the brother just said about is what could it be? Because they don't understand. All they understand is that interaction and stuff. But them cats that's preying, them predators, them that sucker that's out there that's on that bullshit. Even men, men on men, and it ain't always about sex, but they want something from you. Even the gang situation, right? Y'all know about the gangs. Right. The gangs pull you in. We got a place for you. You know, they speaking to the inside of you. So because you know what I deal with in the military from the military side, I get them in basic training, and it's always that whiffle. We call it what's in it for me. So if you just tell them, be on your guard, have your hands up, you ready, it's all good. On the inside of them wants something else, which maybe it's a missing dad, maybe it's a missing mom, maybe it's just being told you are something. So tell them again, just tell them that the world is going to be tough when you get out the door. It's a different angle that them cats see coming at you. Them pedophiles, them dirt of the dirt, them pieces of shit is on some other shit. And the old gangbangers that's just trying to put these young heads on is wrong too. I'm gonna tell you, I say it up front. If you just try to put somebody else on the team to make your team stronger, it's bad because you taking them down the wrong path. That you know where it's going to end at, especially if you didn't done some time under any of them flags, Crip, Blood, or whatever. You know where it's going to end, and you know it's not going to end nothing positive. But because of the game,
there's 6 things that we need to look out for right now, right?
Talk to them.
You guys may know a couple more. There's 6 things that our children need to look out for that are really big now in 2023. The first thing would be the gangs. We just said that, right?
Yes.
So the gangs are going to credit toward them. We're going to work in on them because why? Because of the same age range. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. The second thing now that is more new and like started probably in like 20, I would say maybe 15 and on up really big now is the organs. Motherfuckers is going crazy for the organs because why? Because they get paid off them more for those that are, I guess you could say minority. You know what I'm saying? You get paid a lot more. And girls are more than boys, but they're still really high now, right? So that's 2. So the third thing that would be is money, right? So there's kidnappings out there, right? So, you know, for the market, you know what I'm saying? They can take these young boys and girls, trade them off, they getting cash, and then whatever they do predatory wise is on them. I'm on the black market, you know what I'm saying? All that.
Whatever, all that.
And then 4, of course, is as far as solo, meaning self, meaning me. They just caught this lady out there in the hundreds. She'd been tied up for like, a week, for self, indulgence. So say for instance, I've been watching you. I want this girl. She won't give me no play. Now I'm snatching her because I want to chain this motherfucker and put it in my basement. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
Real
self
talk.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So now,
Right.
so we
Weird,
got 4
but
already that's real big. Right. 5, I would say, is real broad, but the new thing is, of course, with the credit cards and this and that.
I was just
so
about
they're
to say that,
predatoring on your child to be a part of their clique for finance, capital.
Right.
So what they can,
Numbers,
they know,
it's
and what
money.
they can teach them to go in there and to go do this. Here.
Scamming.
I need you to go in this bank with this card. I need you to do this with this credit card. I need you to run. You know what I'm saying, with ATMs, and the young people in search of money are gone. Even though
My friend's son.
Do not fall for that shit. My daughter.
Hey, my friend. Hey, Esau, my friends.
Go ahead.
Great.
Oh no, I was talking about the car. You speaking about the cars? My friend's son actually they reached out to him. I don't know how, through text message, how they got his number, started talking to him, sent him, huh?
Social media. That's how they're doing
Yeah.
it.
They sent him fucking checks and told him to deposit them checks into the bank account and got him to fucking do it. He was like 16 years old, 15 years old, and they got him to do this shit, man. And it's like they are trying to get your kids and to do all that scamming shit for them.
Yep. And why? Because they know that they can't get as much time behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna fall on the parents. It's gonna be a slap on the wrist, and so that's the 5th one. Now the 6th one is something that's really big now. It's been happening for a long time, but now it's got a second phase, and it started probably like about 7 years ago, but now it's an all-time high, especially here in Chicago, and that's that fucking carjacking. So that's super big right now. So what's happening is it's almost like a graduation. They get the kids, it's 11, 12, 13, and 14. It usually stops at 14. Trust me, I know, because I'm on the streets. I go to the Audi home, I go to the county, so I know the youth. By 11 to 14 is when they already put a screwdriver in their hand. They're gonna give them, like $50 now. To a young kid, $50 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's enough for you to go do what you want, go get high, go get, the bag it is, go get some food. You still have a little money left in your pocket. Now, if you steal 2 cars, you know what I'm saying? That's $100.
Right. You
good. Now you buying gyms, whatever. But the carjacking is huge. Now I'm talking about that's like your first go-to before the drug scene. So what they're doing is they get them, they train them, and then they get the cars. They're making all the money off the fucking cars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then they're giving, the kids a little chump change. And if they get caught, all they're doing is getting a slap on the wrist, going to the Audi home for a little day or two, and then they out. You know what I'm saying? So those are the 6 things here. Right now, the young generation is going through it, and everybody has someone who's either steal cars, either in the gangs, either has, saying,
that's real talk though. Yeah.
Kenesha, you know what I'm saying? The one who was out there. What people don't know is we knew that whole clique. She was out there playing the hotel. See, everybody trying to make it seem like she was innocent. Remember the one who was in the freezer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, they was, and this ain't no disrespect to no family. These are just facts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I went through that. We had to advocate for her.
Right.
But we all knew that they was getting money. This is what they did.
You
know what I'm saying? And it's sad because they were so young starting off. You see what I'm saying? But this is really what's happening on these streets. These young girls have eliminated the middleman, the pimp. Our day, we had the pimp. Now they're like, fuck, if I can make the money on my own, sell them on little coochie, fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
I just need some girls with me. You know what I'm saying? And now all these new rappers and shit, city girls pumping their head up. Yeah, go get the money, go get in there. You trick him out his money while he sleep. You stealing his money. Girl, y'all fucking with death.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking with you motherfuckers who will kill you. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're faced against. Now, as men, our work is cut out. We have to get out here. Mayor Lori Lightfoot has stole my whole speech. I told y'all this last time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying about the damn resources. And so these are one of the things that Giz knows, you know what I'm saying? He was just mentioning that we provide. And that is one of the real live, in-depth things in the city that will fucking work is to catch these kids while they're young, mold them, pull them in and give them resources so they don't have to sell the drugs, so they don't got to steal the cars, so they don't have to pimp their bodies out here, you know what I'm saying, on their own.
Well, we got to also address with that, because we got to address the men that are out there that are lost like little kids too, because it's a lot of them. It's a lot of men out there that are doing the goofy. They don't even realize they've been doing it so long. They don't even realize they're doing the goofy. You know what I'm saying? They may have a lot of kids and they don't talk to them. They're too busy running the fucking streets. They got to be reached too. You know what I'm saying? But they don't realize that there is resources out there, or they're too prideful to get the help. You know what I'm saying? Or to understand that there is help out there. And there is men like us that you know what I'm saying, guide them through it. You know what I mean? Right. Be it tough love or hugs, a handshake, any goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? But even with that being said, like, it's not all puppy dogs and goddamn,
kitty cats, rainbows and unicorns. Yeah, right.
Yeah, this shit takes work. My neighbor, I think he's like terminally ill. We hadn't seen him for a while, so we went over there personally and did a wellness check. Right?
Beautiful, man stuff. That's man stuff. That's man stuff.
My wife and I go over there. We knock on the door. We're not getting no answer. Hey. She's like, "We need to call the police. We need to do that." I said, "Don't chill. He's probably somewhere in the house because everybody then left him there in the crib, right next to the door, right?" And he had just got out of the hospital, out of intensive care, and lost all his weight, can barely breathe, can barely talk. He finally comes to the door and he's like, "Oh shit, thank God you're here." We let him know or whatever. And he said, "Hey man, look, we're right next door if you need anything." You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what it is. If you need a ride somewhere, to a doctor's appointment, whatever. Here's our phone number. If you can't make it to the door, I'll go over and help you get in the car, and we'll take you. Now here's the point that I'm getting to. So I told him, I said also too, I cook every night. So if you don't have nothing to eat, either you let me know or I'll just bring you a plate.
Motherfucker, what you cook tonight?
Because he came over.
I cook every night. Shit, I'm over here hungry and shit.
No, he came over tonight, but see, what happened was, when a motherfucker stopped drinking, bro, like you have this mind is a whole lot more clearer.
Exactly.
And so, like, I'm sitting up there, he's been coming over like every night, but he just sits there. You know what I'm saying? He's waiting for me to, I'm like, "You want to play?" I don't know, man. What'd you make? Say, okay, so I guess I'll try it. Whatever the fuck. So I make him a plate. So the other night he comes over, does the same. We go through the same fucking bullshit, right? I make him he tells me, "Yeah, go ahead and make me a plate." So I go in the kitchen, I make this motherfucker a plate. Shit. Actually, it was the night before. I didn't cook, but I made him a sandwich from the shop type sandwich. Hot sandwich, turkey, chicken, everything. He acting like he at the fucking restaurant. Like he owned the restaurant. The next day, he come over, I make him a plate, and I'm sitting back. He's eating, fucking that plate up, and I'm watching TV, and he didn't say shit. He just did like this, and I'm sitting down on the couch, like, "Here, take my shit." Well, okay, I get up, I take the shit. I mean, it's my house, I come back, I sit back down. Not a thank you, not a nothing. Mind you, he hadn't said thank you to me about anything. I was just like, "Oh, okay, it's cool. I ain't tripping. I'm not really looking for that." Right. You know what I'm saying? Then he did. Wait. Yeah. Courtesy goes a long way because check this out. Because then about 5 minutes after that, we're watching the TV and shit, and he goes, "Yeah, go get me a water."
Oh.
I said, okay. All right. So I went and got the water, came back, drank the water. He sat there for about an hour or so. Then he says, "Yeah, I need to go to the store." And I said, "Man, you've been here like, what I'm saying? It's like 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You got to let me know when you walk in the door. That's what you really need." Because now I'm a little agitated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not your fucking taxi. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get to a point. You know what I mean? Because like tonight he came over. He comes over every night about 8 o'clock. Now he knows I do the show and shit. So when he sits down, I'm like, "What's up?" Because he sees me on the phone. I'm trying to do shit. People are calling me or whatever. And I'm just like, "All right." I said, you hungry? You want a plate or something? What you cook? Nigga, like in my mind, again, I'm like, what the fuck difference does it make? But I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I said, chicken, rice, and broccoli. Sounds like a meal to me. Yeah, make me a plate. So I was like, all right, I go in the kitchen, make a plate. I get some foil and shit. I wrap that shit up. I come back and I'm like, "Yo, you got to go. I got shit to do." I said, "You need to go to the store or something?" He's like, "No, we can do that later on." I said, "No, the fuck we are." You either gonna go to the store now. I'll take you right now. I got
Right.
shit to do. The moral of the story is what I'm trying to say is that even when we're giving, we still got to stand our fucking ground, because there are people out there. Maybe because he even also said he's got a house full of liquor. Now I told you, man, I'm done drinking, because a lot of the times he'd come over and bring liquor. I think that's his key way in. You know what I'm saying? So I gave you liquor, so here's, you know, now give me my plate. You know what I mean? Type shit. And as I dropped him off, he's right next door. He got out the car and he's going inside. He said, whenever you feel like drinking again, I got a lot of alcohol for you. I said, well, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, but I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're saying to me. What fucked me up was like, okay, first of all, like if I'm telling you, and we've been here almost 5 years, and you see me drink almost all the time, and I tell you I'm quitting, the last thing you should do to another man is encourage him to do some more shit. You know what I mean? And that kind of struck me as I walked in the house, and I told my wife that shit. I was just like, you know, this is why we also got to stand our fucking ground, because like, it's cool to help somebody and it's good to help somebody and everything, but there is a point to where some people start to take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to be taken advantage of, because if I do it out of from my heart. You know what I'm saying? And not because I want anything from you per se, not you, but like, you know, the person or whatever. So, but I don't know. I just feel like even when we do things, even like even with your resource center, you can't just have everybody up in there doing all kinds of crazy ass shit. You still have to have boundaries. You still have to have protocol. Shit. Yeah, like protocol.
10-4.
So like, I guess my point is that, you know, it's okay to do all that shit, help people and everything, but you still have to have boundaries and protocol, as Isan said, and I agree. That's the point I was trying to get to. Sometimes I tend to talk a lot, so you know, just bear with me. I'll get to my point, but that was my point. You know, I'm not saying I'm going to cut that man off. I done already put my foot in my mouth, and I stand on what I stand on. I'm going to help him, because there was a couple of times where he did say some shit while we were sitting down, and he said, you know, everybody done abandoned me, man, and if it wasn't for you and my sister, I don't know what I would do. I ain't got nothing to eat. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a golden moment right there. You know, kind of gave you solidification that, hey, y'all could probably bear with it a little bit longer.
Yeah, big facts.
And another thing, too, I want to say about that real quick. I want to hear my, what's my man right here again?
You can call him Drill Sergeant. You call him OT.
Drill OT. Yeah, OT. Just call me OT, brother.
Okay, OT. Now,
Drill Sergeant.
Do y'all hear that static? Y'all hear that static or not?
No, probably on your end. We don't hear it. You?
I hear a little bit, I think. Yeah, something's going on.
Not on this end.
On this end is crystal clear. I did want to say one thing real quick for the record for this show, and probably any other show, in friendship and new acquaintances as well. As of this day forward, I'm not going to be going by Isan anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be going by my original name, which is on the flyers, which I've had for over 30 years, and that's KSO. Just KSO, yeah. So I'm just going right back to that name. And I mean, I never left it. You know, it's still my street name, but that name is just synonymous for me. I don't want to start on something. I've only had Isan for maybe about 5-6 years.
Right.
Compared to 30, and that's what my books are around, and it just make no sense. And plus, I found out a lot of stuff about Isan without, later. It's just not for me positive. So feel free to call me Queso. I'd appreciate that, and much love. Now, for, OT, I wanted to say, what was your comments on that? You know what I'm saying? I know you've been listening and stuff, and I want to say, man, love on the fact this man making his business get up with you from Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Showing true
brotherhood.
True brotherhood, man, because I know it's a time difference and all kind of stuff. And so, man, I really appreciate you, man, doing it, because that told me, y'all two being tight, what type of man he is. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate that a lot, man. But what's your thoughts on that situation, about what he just went through and what he's going through with the brother next door?
10-4. So, like he said, once you commit to something, which when you open the door, he said he did the goofy by inviting. You got to remember, whatever you start something, it come with consequences. So nowadays, you can quickly say something. You can say, yeah. Like when you tell somebody how you doing, if you tell somebody that, if you give them that opening, you need to stop long enough to hear how they doing, first of all. So which is what you did. And when you start that process of helping somebody, it comes with a cost. Again, it's a whiffle. What's in it for me? If you invite a man over to eat, break bread with you, but you do need, like we said, Queso said, you need to set protocols already in your head. What is it going to entail?
Right.
Just like it's going to come with something. So that means ownership of what you're dealing with, and setting perimeters. You did good as you transition with the situation with the guy coming in on the day when you got business to do. Hey, listen, up front, what you need, brother, I'll get that a little time for you. I will help you, but I got stuff's got to get done, and that's called a structure, and that's what I teach. What I give most people when I'm dealing with them is how to put a structure to them. I always leave them with something so they understand. And like we talk about, I don't fuck with everybody. I'll shake them in a heartbeat. Yeah, we cool. I remember you, whatever. Even when me and Heat reconnected, Heat, right? You can testify to it.
Yeah.
I listen to you. I talk to you. We give you some information. And if you're 100 about what you're saying, then we good. I'm committed.
Right.
But that's a personal choice. That's that ownership thing we talk about. And no matter what you're doing in life, if you lay down with a woman, you get a kid with her, whatever, you got responsibilities. You got to own up. So you got to have ownership to what you're doing. If you're going to be about that life in the streets, then you got to be about that life. But you know it got consequences. So as we learn and as we interact and as we talk to people, as we give them tools, I use them as tool. My situation is when I give you information, it's a tool for you to use, whatever it be. So if I tell you you need to start saving 10% of your money, it's a tool for you. You can either use it or don't use it. I tell you to go to bed early because in the joint, you know, when it's lights out, right, brothers? Anybody that's been in when
I don't mean we going to sleep, but it definitely means we unwinding. You know,
you wind it out. And if you don't do it, there's consequences, right? Because some people need to sleep, some people got something going on, and if you don't deal with it, okay, then you got something to deal with. So again, that's just putting out all in a nutshell. A lot of it boils down to ownership and a structure, which is what I bring to a lot of things, gentlemen.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now, just to be really clear here, I'm not regretting helping the man. It's just that I realized that I had to, you know what I'm saying, set some fucking boundaries. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you know, I wasn't really rude to him or anything, but I think he got the picture. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Well, I think he.
And I also too, I never invited him into my house every fucking night. That wasn't the thing. I said I would bring you a plate, and if I don't bring you a plate, just come knock on the door, and I'll get you one. What that turned into is him just standing there at my door, like waiting for me. It's like a vampire. Like I can't come in. You know what I'm saying? And so when I invite him in, that's when he just like sits down, like. You know, and he did some shit the other night. Like it struck me as so fucking like fucking childish bullshit. Like, so I see him over this like nodding off, sleeping, right? And you know, I'm gonna be very honest.
Is he in your house at this point?
Oh hell no.
Okay,
he's next door.
When you see him nodding off, he's next door.
No, he was nodding off on my couch.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So set the first. So he's in your house.
So he's in my house.
Okay.
We were sitting there. He had already ate, drank his water. He's just sitting there, and we're watching. My wife is sitting there, and he's just over there. And then I see him nod off, and we got the couch with the thing you can lift it up, and you know what I'm saying. Right. And I got Reese's peanut butter cups in there. I know my wife don't want them because she's on a diet, so I'm like, God damn. I'm trying to be quiet, and I pull one out. But as soon as I put that motherfucker in my mouth, that motherfucker woke up and said, "What you eating?" And I thought to myself, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you eating? And I said, Reese's peanut butter cups. And he goes, and I go, why? You want some? He's like, no. And then about 20 minutes later, my wife leaves the room. I think he said, what you got over there? So, what you mean? What I got over there?
Wham-whams at?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Speak to it, Queso. Speak to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you don't think I see that shit?
I think what he's trying to do is find his way with you. Like,
Yeah, that's
you know,
possible.
he just trying to see like where
He's
he get
older.
in.
He's old. He's
where
actually
he get
he's
in.
like 57, 58 or something. So we're like, it's not that he's that goddamn old,
Right.
but he's just one of those older dudes that act old.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I get
right,
it.
right.
And that's another thing. I was like, he's probably trying to adjust because him and I are not in the same shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's an old head. He's like, he came in, he's like, so, because he can barely breathe. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just trying to set the premise. I go, I just went to the bar last night. I felt like a goddamn fool. I said, oh, really? Why? And he's like, I was sitting there drinking old duels. I said, oh, so you're sitting in the bar drinking unalcoholic beverages at the bar? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck was you even doing at the bar, bro?
Right.
Like, you hanging on to a motherfucking string.
Right.
And then the way he was walking was a little bit extra than what he normally did.
Right.
So he's drinking. This dude drank from morning to night. Morning to night. He used to go to work drunk as fuck. Like, I don't even know how he's not even a functioning alcoholic. That's like some crazy shit. His car, he get a brand new car, bang the fuck up. He out there just side swiping cars and shit just to make it home. You know what I'm saying? But it just blew my mind that even that, like, you're in dire health. Like I said, even some grown ass men don't understand that they need fucking help. He's on his deathbed and still it's not clicking in his head that you need help, bro. Like, not just need help, but you need to help yourself.
I think he know. I just think he don't want to get it. I think that
He's just trying to go out in a party. He's just trying to go out having that party, man.
his family gone. He alone. He's kind of on a pity party right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's almost belittling his ego even to come over here and ask for some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even have to
Right.
you don't have to ask. I
Well,
already
that's
told
the
him.
thing. Right. But see, that's why when he does it in the manner. that he
Right.
does
I
it. He's
got
like,
you.
hey, man,
Real talk. Okay, so
he trying
real
to come
talk.
up with Charlie Wallace.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
Hey,
peeped
man,
it.
you
Yeah.
know, but that's all he knows. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it ain't even his fault. Now, let's flip the script. Let's get back on you. Now, I think one thing that this has become, sometimes gotta test you.
Yeah.
Sometimes gotta throw you something that just kind of way different than what you used to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And he'll see how far you go with it. I think this is because me and you are both kind of like, I ain't gonna say quick temper, but we zero tolerate for bullshit.
Yeah.
So when we see
bullshit,
someone like
right.
that, we feel like he's taking our kindness for weakness.
Weakness,
So
yeah, bro, for
immediately our
sure.
wall is up like, motherfucker, fuck is you on?
Yeah.
Like, we want to go there, but I've learned in my older age to kind of like just like very best I can. I think this is your test. I think kind of go off a couple times already, but you did. What you said was, hey, I just got up, and I went and got it. That's being what God wants. That's our servant skill.
Yeah.
And
Servitude.
so hats off to you because you actually learned how to deal with it. I do like it.
Right.
And look at this. In the long run, what does it even matter? This motherfucker going home without nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he achieved it. It's just maybe would help him cope with whatever the fuck he's going through.
Yeah.
You might see his highlight
Other day.
fucking day. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
something he told me. He's like, he said, he comes over at 8 o'clock like every evening, and he's like, well, I'm just visiting. He's like, this is like an afternoon to me, and I was like, well, you're up all night long, like up all night, like. He's like, well, I don't know what else. And I was like, how about sleep? I mean, you know what I mean? That's part of what you need. And then he tried to tell me, yeah, because I go like, why are you going to eat? Every time he goes to the gas station, he's buying a big ass bag of fucking candy and chips and soda. And I said, excuse me. I said, hey man, why you eating all that shit? Right. He said, this dude told me, the doctor told me that I'm good to go. Ain't no you just came from ICU. Ain't no doctor on this planet telling you, yeah, go ahead and eat all the junk food from the gas station that you want. He's like, no, I'll just tell you what he told me. Okay, man. If you say
you know now that he embellished. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he's this guy alone. You don't have anybody, and you probably highlight. So just hang in there,
I mean, I had a moment. We all have moments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna be honest, it might be a couple more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think it's all about how we handle it. And I think Monty,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's you, man, but you doing a lot of
Well, I got
around
it.
in your car. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is that you have already weathered the storm pretty much. I think that's the biggest one. So now you set your perimeter down. You know what I'm saying? So man, that's a hard situation. I'm not gonna lie, because the old me would have been extra out.
Oh no, I've had that shit.
Grateful ass bitch, motherfucker, get your ass back. No,
Oh man,
no,
look, I
would have went there. You know what I'm saying? Only because I would have felt that he took my kindness for weakness.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And back in the
day,
there's
still a piece of us is always going to be there because we don't want to feel like somebody getting over on us.
Right.
You know
back in the day, I've always had
taking
people,
advantage of.
You know, if they didn't have a place to stay, come stay with us, whatever. You know what I mean? But the moment I felt like I was being taken advantage of, or said boundaries were being taken advantage of. Oh yeah, I would go eight motherfucking shit, man. Pack your shit. Now, I didn't say tomorrow, nigga. I mean like right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out. Get your shit. Don't make me get you up out of here.
So I think you come a long way, man. Yeah. I know I have. Giz, where you at, man? Let's get let's drop some nuggets real quick. What you think about that situation?
Shit, man, I'm right here, bro. Sorry, man. I'm like trying to get myself together to get out the car, but I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all.
Yeah, it's all good. But another thing, I say this, I used to say it every show, and I think I need to start saying it again. I want people to understand that this show is not about sitting around arguing and being mad at the world. That's not what we're doing. That is not the purpose of the show. What we're doing is we're trying to talk about having a real discussion about things that matter, not just to us, but they should matter to you too, as well. If you're out there listening, should matter to you. Yeah, sure, man. There's some time it may sound or it may feel like we're just grumpy ass old men mad at the fucking world. That is not the fucking case. I promise you that is not the case. What the case is that we're concerned men. We're concerned men about the younger generation, the young men, the young women. We're concerned men about other men. You know what I'm saying? We're concerned men about even women, The shit that these women are doing nowadays is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling to see a grown-ass woman talk like she a queen bee. You're supposed to bow down. It's all about emasculating the man. You want to take away. You want to be the whole man in the relationship, but somebody knock on that door or kick that door, and then what? What happened to you being the man of the house and all this other shit? And all
it comes with like I guess
had to say it.
Benefits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you're cool when it's just you and being a woman and you got your check, you know, this and that. But then at night when you lonely, you know what I'm saying? All the shit you could talk all during the day to these young girls. You don't need a man and you can do it yourself, girlfriend, and woo. Oh, yeah. Now it's coming to bite you in the ass because you alone, you in the bed alone, you lonely as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So
40, 45,
right,
50.
And then those years add up before you know it. You on 50, 60, you know, whatever. And shit never really worked out for you. Now you got a man over here for this bill, a man over here for this bill, a man over here when you want, you know what I'm saying, a little hair, however you want to fucking do it. But guess what? That shit is fucking lonely.
Man.
That shit is lonely, bro. Like, I couldn't, you know, and a lot of men do that. As sad as it is. But see, now these women are trying to be like men. But see, they're picking the wrong guys.
Yeah.
They're picking the guys that are basically the losers, the guys that are alone, that really ain't shit, because then they get to be 55, 60 and realize, damn, I should have settled down a long time ago, because then I would have some years under my belt with one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up. But I also want to comment real quick, you know, to all our viewers out there, people listening in. You know, the show really, from what I've seen and what I've been a part of thus far, is also not just about, you know, like my man said, what he was saying, is also about solutions.
Absolutely.
Because you guys, you know, we come up with solutions. So it's not like we're just, you know, if you did look at us as older men, you know, venting or whatever. No, we're dropping gems for you. We're saying that we're seasoned in this shit, that we've lived through it. My man calling from, you know what I'm saying, out of seas, you know what I'm saying, overseas, you know, he is
we'll talk.
The fucking state. I mean, we're seasoned with this shit. So I guess what we're really giving you is a piece of us that's not complaining. It's not, I mean, if you really listen to what we're saying, we're dropping shit that could really benefit a lot of people, and you don't have to be just young. I'm saying people
Right.
our age, people that are older. If you living in any of these type of ruts we're talking about, if you've gone through any of the shit that we've gone through, you'll come to the realization that what we are saying is basically said out of love, out of solutions, out of
Real talk.
fucking seasoned life experiences. You know what I'm saying? And so that's
Right.
what I
Real
think the
talk.
show is really about. Is showing people that, man, there are solutions. There's different ways we can approach shit nowadays. Even the 5-second rule. You know, you could have told me that like 10 years ago. Fuck a 5-second rule. But
Good.
now I know it truly, man, at
Right.
the heat of the fucking moment works.
Right.
It literally works. And I don't know what I would do without it now. Like before I blow up, I'm gonna walk it out, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It is fucking hard as hell to do that. And I'm not saying it's
Right.
not, but what I am saying
That's
is
maturity.
do it,
That's time.
benefit.
That's experience.
So,
Right.
so yeah, so this show really to me has been about solutions. And so that's why we want to expand this. Now, I'm gonna throw this out on the table for you real quick before we wrap up, and before my man says his final close and anybody else that want to join in. What I would like to do, and I'm sitting up here brainstorming, is take the show maybe once a month to the center, and we sit down as men and tape the shit live. Do the exact same thing here that you're doing. You bring this shit to the center, and we could sit around, maybe grow a couple more, maybe have like 10 minutes in the circle, and we fucking hit this shit. Take like blow this bitch up. You know what I'm saying?
Most
Because
definitely.
my man is on something good here, and I think it would mean something if we had more men and televise it live from the fucking center at least once, maybe quarterly, every 3 months, whatever this man decides. You know what I'm saying? It's a show, so I'm just throwing it out there that I would love to do that, and I'll be willing to open up my center because this is Ulan brother now. So man, we could have it at headquarters. And so man, I'm throwing it out there. And then
hey, like we talked about.
I said, there's no way. Hey, there's no way in hell I'm not doing that. Because now what you just said just blew my mind, because then we can invite people to sit down and have an actual discussion,
a real discussion,
a live discussion.
Fucking take that shit like push that shit.
And I'm with that 100%. Everything I have I have equipment laying all over the place, man, and I definitely have mobile shit.
Man, put it up, put the lights up, man. I mean, a real live show quarterly, every 3 months. We do it live at the center.
We can do it once a month.
Yeah, and have like, man, the men sit around in the fucking circle at the table, you know, to put like 4 tables together, and man, boom, and go crazy. And I could invite, we could have like people in the audience, you know, people.
Have an actual audience.
An actual audience, and invite you, and we could put it on fly and say, look,
say less.
Come out to this new taping of, you know what I'm saying, our show, and bam. I mean, just do this shit, G. I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm 100% with it. We can start that as soon as possible.
Sound like a plan.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing, you know, to pack up a couple of these mics, fucking the computers, and I got the
we
portable
pick our topic, and then we let them know. Now talk about, I invite you on a TV show. We talk about the TV show, and then we fucking go live at the center with this shit.
Yeah,
man
most
on
definitely.
man talking about, and you know we could probably pack that bitch, because what men want to be around other real men, spin some shit about the problems we all go through,
and even having, you know, a Q&A as well, you know, because I think for a lot men are just ashamed to say something or feel prideful in saying or asking questions because they've never been in that type of environment, or to say quote unquote safe space. I hate that shit, but I mean,
not safe space, just a space, just an opportunity.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm trying to be politically correct. You know, trying to be politically correct here.
We ain't just having something, because you know that's always been the problem, and especially us of color is just like you said, the form that we got now, and we're using it in a positive manner, so we can really reach somebody. Because even by this being out there on the internet, somebody may not get it today. They might hear about it from somebody else, pick it up, and then pick up one of them episodes from us doing this sit down, and they're gonna be able to deal with something. They're gonna hear one of the Queso's resource. Oh, there was that resource center. Let me get on over there, you know, and
big
just being able to reach out.
Man, fucking what you call that? I ain't gonna say hors d'oeuvres, but we have refreshments.
Yeah, refreshments and
you
shit.
know, and we could put some seats around for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
live audience
yeah, a
to
little
come in
something.
and clap when we say something. I mean, we ain't gotta, hit that. We'll be live.
Oh yeah, no,
Our shit
I'm
will be
already knowing.
live
Yeah,
like a motherfucker. And I just think it's a good look. Why? Because we're fucking underground. We're in the fucking heart
in
of
the
hood,
trenches.
We in the trenches. We in it.
Nobody
We in this fight. Yeah.
shit like that in Chicago in the trenches. We could be the first ones
Yeah.
to really knock this shit out the park.
Yeah, and check this out. I went earlier
And
today.
you know, motherfuckers are syndicate. If
Yeah.
the right people hear it, they
Oh, yeah.
will literally come down and try to sign us to syndicate.
I already know.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Real talk.
I want to give a big shout out to Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health. I went and talked to the man earlier today that started that coffee shop. He's up north off of I don't know, Armitage and what you call it?
Are they right about the Lincoln Park? Armitage is what?
Belmont.
Belmont.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Belmont, kind of like Belmont in Ashland, kind of.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But we went and had a good conversation with him, man. Once again, shout out to Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health. They got open mental health days for men. Come in, they have counselors on deck and all kinds of shit. It's a purely hip hop underground type of thing. The dude's amazing. We're gonna go out and talk to him some more, and network with him and see what's up. But the crazy thing is, man, and it's not a bad thing, but like when we start putting our foot down on shit like this, you know what I mean? It's amazing how things start to happen. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you do something with real conviction and you really do it from a real place, that things will start happening. You know what I mean? And shit, man, I'm so far in right now.
We can't eliminate God. Though,
yeah. Oh no, I'm not. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's like when God knows what's in our hearts. You know what I'm saying? And what's pure and what's real about it. But I'm finding it really intriguing. I'm finding it really amazing. And man, I appreciate all you guys, man, like on some real shit. And what I'm gonna do at this moment, I know Jizzle's probably not coming back in because he usually gets out at about 45 minutes. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and say some words. You can take as long as you want, speak on whatever. And then OT, of course, you, and then I'll shut us down.
All right, cool. I just want to say real quick, I'm gonna make mine brief. I appreciate, the concept of the show because it's gonna take men, and I mean that from my heart. It's gonna take men to get, as leaders to get everything back on track because men are the I guess you could say the kings of the house. You know what I'm saying? We are the ones who, if we're living right, fall in line. If we're really doing what we're supposed to do as strong men, then everything kind of fall in place. You know what I'm saying? Do we need the women? Of course. You know what I'm saying? These are our backbones, our rib. I mean, we are definitely have in gratification of what God gave us, But again, going back to the good book and to power, we are the leaders, and we are definitely the leaders of the young boys that are turning into men, the young girls that love their fathers, the wives that are looking for that strong man. We're everything. We're the ones who are the movers and the shakers. It's men that really mold the world, not what Beyonce said. It's a woman's world all day. No. Stop believing the hype. It's men. It's men. It's always been men. Adam was first. This is not taking away anything from our better halves. This is saying that they want to be guided by a real man. And so that's what our job is, to stand up and to lead as men. And so therefore, we welcome Eddie and everybody to the show. And I'm so glad. And let me tell you something. Real women recognize that. Real women want men to stand up. The only reason this whole Me movement got started because of lack of good men. Because again, as brothers, minorities, we either dead, locked up in jail, gangbanging on drugs, and the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? So Satan has infiltrated in some type of way through perversion. You know what I'm saying? Through money, whatever he can do. Like you got these young brothers that now like trying to, like I said, getting these young kids for the organs, put them on the black market, doing whatever they can to corrupt. Remember, he's out to kill, steal, and destroy. So our goal is to stay one step ahead of him and lead people in the righteousness, the right way to feel good about yourself again, to be a man again, to understand that it's okay to hurt, it's okay to cry, it's okay to have pain. But men need men. And that's what this show is about. And we're not excluding women at all. We have a lot of women followers, you know, saying that they tune in. That's awesome. That makes me feel good. But I will have to say that it's just like me. I had a job fair the other day, and the job fair was geared toward returning citizens. We weren't knocking anyone who came who's never had a record. We would never turn you down. That's not what we're about. But again, however, the whole fair was to show these people that you do matter, that you're not excluded, that you're not forgotten, that you can come up and get a job, and then we're not gonna turn you away. And so the focal point was for returning citizens, which is ex-cons. You know, it's a nice word now for those who don't know, which is what getting back to this show. This show should really be directed toward helping men become men again, and all the women to tune in. Maybe they can get their husbands to watch it, their boyfriends, their uncles, their brothers, their little brothers, their kids, whoever that are boys, because we want to open discussion. We want to black market this one topic of us men throughout the world, again, becoming men again, being leaders that our women can be proud of, that our daughters can be proud of, that our nephews and nieces can be proud of. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I get out this show. You know, I know I went a little longer than I said. I said I was gonna make it brief, but I just wanted to say that this could be such a huge revelation of what we need right now. We are in need of men. We are in need of stand-up guys. We are in need of fellowship for men to unite. And it's okay to hug another man. It's okay. We're not on, ain't no homos. Man, let me tell you something. Ain't no homos. Man, I've been to the penitentiary 4 times. And motherfuckers knew don't step to a motherfucker. It wasn't about that. But I hated to see me coming because I'm stopping all the bullshit on these decks. Y'all not going to be starting these young motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So again, men becoming men and holding and gravitating other men and supporting each other and pulling each other up by our bootstraps and saying it's okay to give another man dap when he's doing good. Hey man, I love what you did over there on that block over there, man. When you did this for them young, or man, when y'all gave away them turkeys last year, fam, that was love, man. Y'all did that. It's okay to encourage these guys that's doing good. You know, we always want to overlook them and they ain't doing shit over there. They think they doing. No, man, why would you knock another motherfucker trying to better the community or better the young brothers or better themselves or better some, you know, for young people to see the growth and shit. So recapping, I just want to say, man, I appreciate you for this show because this is what we need right now. God is moving and making things happen, and I'm following suit. I'm never the ego where I think that I do anything without him, and that's what this show should be about. Realizing that we all need each other as men, and so I'm taking home tonight. And anybody who's watching, anybody who's listening, is that tune into this show whenever it comes on. I know you know the dates, and you're gonna put them up there. Whatever, every Sunday I know, and whatever the days got. But tune in because each week. We're going to hit you with another gem. It's going to be something that you could take to the bank. I guarantee you. Any man watching this show knows what the fuck I'm talking about and can feel this shit because it's real shit. We got men on this platform that live this shit. Just live through it. We ain't on here venting. Man, we telling you what it is. So again, that's what I'm saying. Solutions. And so we got a lot to do. We got a lot of work coming up, and we want you to ride this journey with us. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in. And again, man, it's coming from Queso, man, you know, straight from Cabrini Green, Chicago Projects, who done, man, did it and came out, went to the joint 4 times, came out and started, you know, getting on the other side of the track and giving back. And now that's what I do. I give back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it should be about now. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't given back, man, get up with us. And I guarantee you're going to feel good about your life. 312-834-8020. Call us, man, and we got you. Holla back one.
Word up, word up.
Word up. Hey, this is OT out here in Germany for now. You know, that's where I'm at. Queso, love them words, brother. Beautiful. That's it. That a man take initiative, take control of his life. We are proud of you. We applaud you for what you're doing, even when it's gonna get hard, even when it's tiring. When you feel like it ain't, some days I know you're probably gonna feel like it ain't making it don't make a difference. But it is. You keep putting that positive out, you're gonna keep getting positive back. That I promise you. That's across the universe, across the board. Heat, thank you so much, brother, for bringing me into this fold. Like you said, I'm committed. I like this. This is what I was trying to get done through my mentorship programs. I got to get them back on point, but we definitely in the right direction. This is the form to reach how we're going to fix the community. A lot of people hear politicians trying to figure out how to fix our communities. They can't fix our community. We got to fix it. And only when I say we as men, as you said before, we lock arms, we lace our boots up, and we get up and get it done. And it's a constant thing. It's everyday commitment to it. Why you doing what you're doing, and why you doing what you're doing. So to put an end to it, thank you guys. I'm gonna do more in some form as this year goes on, because 2023 is gonna be a new year. We're gonna fix some of these problems. As the young brother earlier mentioned, all the death that's going on. Only way the death is going to stop is by us reaching these kids and saying, listen, don't take nobody's life. It ain't worth whatever you're going through. Let's change something. And here is how we change it. One decision at a time. If some of us use my 5-second rule thing, it ain't mine. I'm just using the 5-second thing to make a change. You can make a change today. When you get up in the morning, something happened, you can make a change by using some tools that we're given. So shout out to the brothers. Y'all keep up the good work. I'm so proud of you, and I'm glad to be part of what we're doing.
Right, word. And I'm going to end this by this. Sometimes I get a little long-winded and say things, but I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, and it's from the heart, and it's from a good place. A lot of times I say things they sound a little gruff, a little rough around the edges, but quite frankly, I am rough around the edges, and I'm not going to lie about it. But I'm also here for the journey. I'm here for the journey for myself. I'm also here for the journey for those who haven't even begun to get on their journey. And I'm I am bringing in some of the best people that I know to help along with this journey that I'm going through, that they're going through. And let's find those men out there that need help to get shifted to a journey, and not a bad journey, but a good journey, get them back on track. This show is about all of that. This show is, it is a little confrontational at times, but sometimes you have to be confrontational in order to conquer something. Do we have all the answers? No. But we can help you find the answer. We can point you in a direction. We can steer you in the right direction. Do we know the answer to everything? No, but we probably know somebody that may have the answer to whatever that problem is you're going through right now. And we're here to not give up on you, because we've all been in a place before. We all have been in a place where someone has given up on us. But you have to steadfast, young man, steadfast. Keep your feet on the ground. Stay focused. Stay level-headed. It's going to be all right. There are people out there that do give a fuck, that do want to help, that want to see you succeed, that want to help you succeed, that believe in you. The world is a bad place, but there's good people out there. Not everybody's bad, but not everybody's good. But the journey belongs to you. And the key to that journey is getting up off your ass and standing strong, standing 10 toes down, and keep your head up. My mom used to tell me all the time, stop walking with your back slouched. Hold your head up. Walk with purpose. Yes. Walk like you know what you're doing. Because once you start doing these things, you start to believe in. When you start to believe in yourself, you start accomplishing shit. You start doing shit. If you do one goddamn thing in the day, get up and make your motherfucking bed, because at least you accomplished that right there in the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? Make your bed. Yeah, make your bed. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, while we're speaking on making the bed, stop complaining about your situation. Make that bed. You mess that bed up, make it.
Make it straight, straighten it up.
Clean it up, and keep it pushing. Stop blaming people. I'm not saying that that's what everybody does, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this one more time, man. We are here every Sunday at 8:30. I don't give a fuck if I got to do it by my goddamn self. I ain't going to do it by my goddamn self, because I already know I got committed men that feel and are going to stand the way that I stand, and we're going to find some solutions. We're going to put our hand out there to help, and it's not a handout. It's a hand up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep on making things happen. We got big things planned. As you see, we just came up with something right now. Shout out to Queso and Yulan.
Queso.
We gonna
Shout out to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna collaborate and get some things going on. But again, another thing we're gonna start doing, we're gonna, instead of leaving you with this type of information, just talking off the side of our hips, what we're gonna be doing is leaving information. I'm gonna start putting information as far as suicide hotlines, mental health hotlines, things of that nature, so that resources, so that motherfuckers do have something. If they're feeling some type of way, they can always either go back to the podcast itself and hit a link, or there's a phone number there for something for anybody and everybody to get help. And I'm gonna end the show by saying this, man. I wish love and blessings on everybody out there that's going through anything. And listen, on that same note, I don't give a shit if you're male or female. If you're hurting, or if you need help, or you're trying to figure life out, you just don't know where to turn, tap in with us. Tap the fuck in with us. You know what I'm saying?
And if you got a young little brother who's just out there wild, who needs some help, might be in school, cutting up, getting suspended, this is what we do. We got a Big Brother program called
Real Talk.
You know what I'm saying? And get at it, 312-834-8020, and we get one of the older guys, you know what I'm saying, to kick it with them and talk to them. We got 100% guaranteed rate. Like see, these young guys just want someone older to talk to. So
right.
We don't do nothing to talk to them, man. We there. So y'all reach out, man. If you know anybody who's young, wild, going through it, give them our number. 312-834-8020. We're not going to give up on them. Not going to say that we're going to change them overnight, but we're going to work on them. We're going to talk to them. We're going to be there for them. We're not going to give up like other men have in his past. That's all I'm going to tell you. Now, whether he takes it or not, it's up to him. But we're not going to give up. And we're going to stay there. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, every young brother just want to talk to another older brother, because ain't no one reaching out to these young kids. They look at them as being a problem. So that these older guys, these older cats don't want to deal with them. We're not on it. We tackling that shit. So it's like us, I run to the boy, like when it's a shooting, motherfuckers running, screaming away. We running to the problem. So send us that young man. Don't think the world gonna give up. I do not want to see him in the penal system. I don't want to see him dead. So we're gonna do what we can to talk to this young man.
Say more.
834-8020. Yulan out here, fam. Love.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jizzo.
Much love.
Drill Sergeant OT.
Yeah, OT in the house. Gizzo just told us, man, he sends his love. I'm seeing now he got it home with his boys. So, man, we love him for you, man. Giz, you my man. You already know 100 grand. So, man, much love for the plug and for, doing what you do. I got your back, fam. Love.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
And
all right, brothers.
I'm grateful for all you guys, man. But one last thing, my man touched on some shit, but the real key to that, what everything he just said is the seed is the key to life. Men carry the seed, semen, and all that type shit. So the seed is also just dropping, even if we talk to them a little bit, dropping a little bit of knowledge. That's the seed. That's just the seed, and the seed.
That's the seed of it. That's the start.
So even if they walk away, and if you felt like they wasn't listening, you did drop a seed. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they walk away from it and they say to themselves, hey, I'm gonna try something different tomorrow. But with that being said, man, this has been Sunday.